StreamYard has some of the best countdown music out there. But we are back, people, and we are live. It is Beta Day 22, Viper every day in August, which means your boy Viper has live streamed for the last 22 days in a row. And tonight I am joined by my good friend, Zach Talk Tech. What's up, sir? How you been?
Good, man. How are you?
I am doing good, man. Now, it's funny that I'm on this beta path because you did the same thing last year, right?
I did it in November.
Right.
So I didn't do it at all. I wish I had, and I wish I'd done it this month. It's just I'm a dad, so I've got it's tough, right? So maybe sometime later on. But yeah, Veda is taxing. I'm glad like you're like 2/3 of the way there. Like you're almost done, right? Like what,
Pretty
8
much.
more days?
9 days. That's it.
There you go, man. Good job.
Now, would you ever do something like this again?
Absolutely.
Given that you would? Okay, cool.
I would absolutely. And I probably will come April or maybe November. It just had to get things in order. It's been a busy summer, so.
No doubt. Well, thank you for taking the time to join me tonight, man. I always enjoy talking with you, so thank you.
Hey, I appreciate your shirt.
And I appreciate yours. Great mind, man. Great mind.
Can we go over here? No.
Look at that. Look at him. My man looking fresh to death. Let me blow him up real quick. Looking all fresh to death over there. Look
There
at
it is. There it is.
Is that he's not gonna fresh, y'all?
The studio's clean, dude. Check this out. The studio. I mean, people aren't gonna care, but like, there's nothing on the floor. I'm so happy. I've spent the last 2 weeks getting this place cleaned up.
Looking fresh. Look at the studio, y'all, with the lightsabers and everything. Got that video game behind him. My man looking fresh over there. What's up, man?
Yeah, it's fun. So
Zach, apparently I missed some drama on Twitter over the past like 2 or 3 days, man, about the Pixel 5a. I mean, I think it seems like I obviously, I guess I missed it, so I don't know exactly why everybody like getting up and wrong, but it seems like most of it is centered around the fact that when you try to shoot video in 4K and 60 on the phone, there are some units, not all of them, but some of them overheat.
Yeah,
I don't know why this is causing such consternation in the tech space, but do you know about any of the drama? Because I don't understand why people get bent out of shape about this.
I read a lot of interesting tweets.
I love how you did that.
Just call them interesting. Man, some people really showed their true colors. Just to put it that way. People that are typically toxic continue to be toxic. I'll say this. So it's valid that it's brought up and being talked about. Unfortunately, a lot of it's been overshadowed by the I hate to say toxicity, but honestly, like argue and this and that. But as soon as you start throwing insults, insinuating things, and you know this and that, and calling people, you know what I mean, like getting crazy like that, like conversation's over, done, right? I think it's very valid that it's brought up. I don't know if I don't want to downplay it, but I'm sure Google will come up with a fix because they've done 4K 60 before. The default, I believe, when you open the device is 1080 30 probably, right?
I believe so. Let me check the camera time real quick.
Yeah.
I believe it is.
And the reason I say that is because most people, again, quote unquote, most people, the average consumer, whatever you want to call them, will probably just use the default that's on there. What's the default?
So I don't know if you guys can see this, but when you open it up, the default is actually 1080p auto. So it doesn't even have a frame rate set. It just has auto as a frame rate, but it is 1080p as the default. So most people won't even shoot 4K because, like that said, they will not go into the camera settings to change the resolution and things like that. They won't even change that stuff.
So I get both sides. Like some people saying like, you know, it's a feature, it should be working. I also get the other a third side of it, which is, you know, the fact that you have this phone that can do 4K 60 is amazing. And then I get the other side of it going, it's not that big of a deal because most people won't use that. The point is that the feature's in there and it should probably work, and that's kind of the end of the conversation. It's in Google's hands. They're obviously very aware of it. I mean, they watch Twitter and they see there's plenty of videos out there. But like I said, just the way how people have been the last 24 hours, it's just crazy.
Why are we fighting about this particular camera feature? It's a niche camera feature. Like, not that many people who even use it. Like, why are people getting up in arms about this particular feature? Of all the things that you can get mad about, why this one feature? I don't understand.
Yeah. I understand being passionate and everything about tech and everything, and I get that. I get that. But like I said, when you start getting vulgar and insinuating and insulting, like, it's just like, okay, you're done, right? Like, if you can't have a constructive conversation, there's no point.
And it's so fun because it's interesting because I recently hosted a clubhouse room talking about how to deal with trolls and negativity. And the main thing I said is that, and sometimes you just got to ignore them. Like, don't even engage because they will literally suck your soul if you just engage with these people.
Yeah.
So
I didn't jump in there at all. But I mean, like I said, I basically just said what I just said
Yeah,
I was replying to somebody else, but I mean, there was a time where I used to jump into conversations like that, but I don't anymore because it's what is it? What do I have to add that maybe that hasn't been? Do you know what I mean? Like, why get so worked up? Like, put my energy into something else.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of on the same page with you. It's just not that serious. Like arguing about tech that type of way where you have to demean other people and belittle other people, it's never worth it. It's just not worth it. We're at that point, like you said, you're not having a constructive conversation, so why even bother? It's a complete waste of time.
Yeah,
anybody got time for that?
Yeah, I mean, Google's gonna. I mean, the Made by Google team there and everything. They're really good about keeping track of what people are saying and everything like that, especially if using their hashtags. And of course, they watch all the videos and everything, so they're aware. And like you said, it's not all units, so we don't know if it's a software thing. We don't know if it's a physical thing. I guess we'll find out, right? So, I mean, I know that I recorded some 4K 60 last night with my iPhone because I like to slow it down to 30 to get that buttery smooth kind of thing. And it got warm, didn't get hot, didn't overheat. In fact, to tell you the truth, I've never had a device. I don't think I've ever had a device ever actually overheat. I don't live in a hot climate either, so
I mean, I think I've had maybe an iPhone or something maybe come up with a heat warning if I was outside on a hot day and the sun is like beaming down on it directly. Then, but other than that, nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to talk about this phone too much because I already talked about it. I already dedicated like an entire stream to it, and plus I'll have a video coming out at some point.
It looks solid, man.
It is solid.
Yeah.
Oh, before we get past this, Zach, though, I gotta ask you, what color is it?
Dark green. Hey Google, it's mostly dark green. Oh,
yes. Thank you. I don't know why people were calling the phone black. It's not black. It's green. Stop it. Okay?
What do they call it? Mostly black.
Mostly black is the color name. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's fun how they do. I think it's fun. I set my speaker off. I think it's fun how they have fun with the color names and everything. So
it is. Bionic said he's the master of overheating everything. Crazy. Okay, so I was actually before we went on camera tonight. If you they sent you out a Pixel 5a, they did not. But what you do have, Samsung sent you out a Galaxy A52. I think that's what the name of it is.
Galaxy A52 5G. You have to point out the 5G part because the one that
Samsung, stop it.
Well, it's part of the marketing, and also because like they had a regular A52 earlier this year. So yeah, this right here, as of today, goes for $499 US. But if you trade in devices, pretty much anything, I believe you can get it down to $300. And I've had a lot of fun with this. If anything, this is a preview of what an upcoming fan edition could be if Samsung does a follow up. And by the way, I don't know anything about. Like I've dropped hints here, but it's like I'm a fan. Like I'm hoping they come out with a S21 FE. I think they will, because how much of a disruptor it was last year.
Okay, so tell us about that device. What can you tell us about the A52 5G?
Well, it's like I said, it's a mid range there. You've got a 64 megapixel main camera, then you've got a 5 megapixel depth, of 5 megapixel macro, and then there's a 12 megapixel wide, and then the front here you got a 32 megapixel. 32 megapixel selfie, 120 hertz refresh there, 128 gigabytes of storage. You can put an expandable storage in here up to 1 terabyte, so you can expand the storage with this. Okay. Comes with 128, or I believe there's a 256 option, but most places have this at 128. In the United States, you guys have a choice of 4 colors. Here in Canada, they gave us just a black one, but it's got a nice look at this. Like we've talked about this before, Viper. Matte finish all the devices, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay, it's kind of gunky right now, but still, right? The only gloss is on obviously the glass in the front here. So a beautiful screen. It's got the in-display fingerprint sensor here. It's a little slow. It's an optical, but it's pretty good.
Take those Apple. Sorry,
yeah.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, it's been a fun device to use so far, and I'm impressed. And like I said, if anything, it's a preview of what is to come. Hopefully with an F21.
Yeah, Mikey, he did say that it does have SD card support. So yeah.
Yeah. So you can put up to 1 terabyte in there, which is really nice.
Nice. Yeah. So that phone at that price is going up directly against the Pixel 5a. So that's interesting.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, this device actually came out in March this year. It actually came out a lot earlier this year. So. Okay. It's definitely one of their mid ranges, but I haven't experienced any slowdowns. I mean, the usual when you're first loading up all your apps and everything, right? But the last week has been really smooth. It's been fun to use. The taptic feedbacks are good. And I'm impressed. Oh, headphone jack.
Headphone jack.
Headphone jack.
Which processor is that phone running with?
765, I believe.
So the same as the 5A, I think. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Don't quote me. I should know off the top of my head because I've been playing with it the last few weeks. But let me just double check here. Yeah, it is a platform Qualcomm. So, sorry, 750. 750.
Okay.
So 750, and again with 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 on board, but it can expand up to 1 terabyte. So
no, I think I saw you on Twitter. You posted some pictures. What are your thoughts on the picture quality of the camera?
they're good. They're good with stabilization. Like obviously, if you go above, as soon as you go above about 8x, you want to make sure you introduce some stabilization there. It has up to 10x zoom there. But anything below that, you're perfectly fine. It still has optical image stabilization. So I do have more pictures coming, obviously, for the full review and everything. So
Okay, cool.
It's solid. Like I've been very happy with it. Yeah.
Now you have the A52 5G. I can't believe Samsung of these damn 5G names. So you have that device, and that device was sent to you specifically by Samsung, which means I have to ask: will they be sending out the Fold 3 or Z Flip 3 to you at some point? The look on his face, he's like, what?
I don't know.
That's a hell of a look, but I don't know.
I don't know. I've made the request. This is a media review unit, so it has to go back. Oh god,
that's funny.
We'll see. They consider, which is really cool about Samsung. They consider me media, and I'm like, can you tell Twitter verified that, please? Like, get me in there. But
I mean, they could. I mean, but that's how all the companies view it. They view it all as media, so that's not that's cool though. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's pretty nice. I'm gonna be doing a lot more work with them in the future. They sent me that, and this is the Tab A7 Lite. They have a regular Tab A7. This is Lite, Lite, and this has been interesting. This thing goes for like 170 US. Okay, and 8.7 inch screen, everything like that. And this is the silver finish. But this has been interesting because I haven't used. Sorry about the screen, but this has been interesting to use. I mean, I haven't used a non. Like I usually use my, my iPad, right? And actually, this monitor right here, this is actually the iPad right here, iPad Pro 2018. So outside, like I haven't used an Android tablet forever. Like we have Android tablets in the house that the kids use here and there, but nothing as high quality as this. Right. So this should be interesting.
Zach, you have an Android tablet in your hand, but I have to ask you, Zach, and think very carefully before you answer the question, Zach. In your opinion, what is the best Android tablet?
An iPad.
He didn't even no hesitation. I love
it. For productivity, like okay, because to be fair, like I think I have maybe one tablet, maybe 2 tablet reviews on my channel. I haven't used. Okay, before this, the last tablet I used was a Nexus 7 tablet. That's a long time ago. That's like 2014, right?
Yeah.
So using this has been kind of a treat and everything. But I mean, the iPads are really, they're where it's at, right? I'm not saying anything against the Samsung. There's nothing wrong with this, but I'm just saying for productivity and whatnot, look at the iPad, depending on what your budget is, obviously.
Seriously.
So hard to beat that at $170 though.
It is what it is, people. It is what it is. Oh man. So here's the funny thing about your comment that you just made about how Samsung treats you and other content creators as media. So does Google, yet they still treat the media differently. Because there was a whole big kerfuffle on the day that the Pixel 5a launched on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that stuff, but apparently when the Pixel 5a launched, I forget what day it was, but there was supposedly an embargo in place. But actually, there was no embargo in place for me and other Team Pixel members. But apparently, if you were tech media or traditional media, like a Verge or 9to5 Google, there was a embargo in place. So I don't know why Google handled it that way, like having an embargo in place for one set of people, but not for the other set. It's weird.
Were the embargo videos titled reviews?
Were there any reviews?
There
was one review. I think Marquez had a review out on the day.
And did Team Pixel tell you not to publish a review?
No, there was nothing. The only thing they asked for was after they asked for our address because they had a surprise. They didn't even tell us what it was. They said they had a surprise We need your address. And then that was it. That's the only correspondence they gave us before the phone came to our mailbox. So there was no embargo in place for Team Pixel, but apparently there was an embargo in place for other outlets, which, like, again, I'm not sure why the mixed messaging was out there, because I remember when my friend Stephanie Carl posted a photo of the Pixel 5a, people were like, way to break embargo. I'm like, hello, there is no embargo. No, she didn't break anything. She calm the hell down. No. But apparently there was an embargo in place. I didn't know. I didn't know.
I would have to go back and look at those videos and see if there's any specific titling, like review or something like that. Because I know with TCL, for example, with the 10 series, like I got the 20 Pro from them back in May, but you guys didn't get it in the United States till like June or whatever, right? So here in Canada, we got it a little bit earlier. But I know with the 10 series last year, I remember them saying, go ahead and publish unboxings, first impressions. Just don't use the word review in your title or your tags. And that was the only thing they asked us. That's
usually how Google does it when they hand out new phones to us. They'll say, like, you can post unboxings and first impressions, but you cannot post a review until such and such date. But there was nothing like that for the Pixel 5a. So it was it was a weird situation, but obviously we're past it now. But it was definitely weird on launch day when you got people thinking that an embargo was being broken. And I'm like, no, there's no embargo. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I think it might come down to titling. I have to check, but I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No, I mean, but it does create a little confusion out there, and I'm not sure why Google chose to handle it that way. But I had imagined, though, that the launch of the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro will be handled very, very differently from the 5a.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
A little bit.
Yeah, because that's going to be. I mean, Google has already said that it's going to be premium, like it's the top tier stuff. It's going to have that premium pricing. So I guess we'll see. I have a feeling that the regular will be like $8.99, and I'm thinking the Pro will either be $9.99 or $11.99. Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, based on the size and everything that we know so far, I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see it because it's not. They keep on hinting at like video improvements, which we know with the Pixel devices. Like, it's not to say the Pixel devices video is bad, but it's. I mean, it's always needed a little bit more, right? And like I mean, my wife really likes using the 4A and everything. She's got no issues with it. But I'm excited to see what they do with video on the 6 Pro.
I mean, if they the rumors are they're going to take some of that computational photography and apply it to video, and if they do that, holy Lord, the sky's the limit.
It's gonna be amazing.
I am obligated to tell you, sir, that the people in the chat are loving your transition.
Oh, this? Okay, so like, yeah, this is just. So I got 4 cameras. I'm using something called. I don't know if you guys can see. You might be able to. No, you can't see it from here, but it's like right here. You can't see it. It's behind the MacBook. But I'm using something that's called an ATEM Mini. It's made by Blackmagic. It's basically an HDMI switcher, and I can change like how fast these transitions are. So this is 2 seconds. Like, it's ridiculous, right? So that regular transition is.
Oh, that is fancy. Yeah.
This is 0.5. So I got 4 cameras coming in. I got this one here. This is A6500.
4 cameras.
This right here is an iPhone. Look at that. Look at that. Look how quick.
That laser autofocus.
Not bad. This right here is a broken, and it's okay. The monitor part doesn't work of it. An A72S whatever thing that was sent to our friend Jomo, using a 14 millimeter wide Recon lens there. And this is an iPad.
Okay.
So there you go.
I mean, got all of the cameras. How many cameras, Zach? All of them.
I got 4 of them. If I could have more, I would. They make an A10 with more inputs, but I don't have enough cameras.
It literally is a Zach flick. It's only Zach can do it. It's definitely a Zach flick for sure.
I didn't mean to. We were just talking about this, and then we came back over, right? So,
so another question for you: have you ever had a chance to handle a foldable, either the Galaxy Fold or Fold 2? Any of them?
I've never had one in my hands. Never. Okay. So, I'm really happy to see what Samsung's done this year. This definitely looked like a message more to the general market, saying, "Hey, foldables are here and they're accessible in terms of pricing." Right? That's the impression I got, because you look at the differences between last year and this year. There's not a lot of big. I mean, obviously the waterproofing is a big one. The IPX, even though it's X8 or X7 or whatever it is, that's really good. That's really good to see. But one of the things that I look at, obviously, is the cameras. There's literally no difference between the cameras, right? And of course, you have that under display one, which is pretty cool. So it's really cool to see that they made the changes, the little tweaks here and there. So, if you wanted to upgrade, you can, but I wouldn't call these upgrades per se, based on the spec sheet that I see.
Yeah.
Obviously, different opinions are different, but what's really nice to see is that flip came down to $9.99, or sorry, $9.99, and that makes the most sense, because now you're selling them something that's familiar. like it's a slab. It's still familiar when they open it, but now they can, reduce the size, flipping it down, right? So that makes sense. The Fold is obviously still for a very niche market and everything like that, but I like the improvements and the changes, like especially with the price slashing.
Yeah, people have been asking me, am I going to use the Fold 3? I'm like, there is not enough of a difference for me. If it's not the waterproofing and the increased durability, but my Fold 2 is durable AF. So
Yeah.
I just don't feel the need to rush out and get a Fold 3 right now. Well, I might pick one up later on, but right now I don't feel the need.
Yeah. No, it's again, like looking on paper, again, I haven't used them, but just looking on paper side by side, I wouldn't call it upgrades unless you're the kind of person that, okay, I need that splash resistance, right? Like that, and that's a good thing to have, right? Because I think a lot of people are looking at these devices and still going, I'm going to break that. Because there's tons of, like, I know tons of people in the industry and everything that these customers, they come in and they will not even leave the store unless they put a screen protector on there and like an OtterBox thick case or something like that, right? So there's still, I think it's still a bit of a niche market, but with the reduced in pricing, like I said, it's way more accessible, which is nice.
So we got my man Mark Tequith in the chat. He's asking me, have I always streamed in 720p? Yes. I could stream in 1080p, but I refuse to pay for it. if I want to stream in 1080p, I would have to pay an additional $25 a month to StreamYard. I'm not doing that. It's not worth it to me. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, no, I get it. Hey, you know what? This is actually the first stream I've used, but now that I have my new Fiverr,
Ooh.
I'm on Fiverr now.
Oh,
no more temp line in the back alley, baby.
Ooh, fancy pants. Okay.
It's not gig. It's 940 up and 940 down, but it's better than what I was getting before.
What?
Yeah.
What? Stop it. It's not gig. It might as well be gig. Just call it what it is. It's gig.
Well, I did a speed test today, and I got 998. So I think they say up to 940, but I got a little bit there, and it's nice because my previous provider was only giving me 100 up. So now I have up to 940, which is nice. So
no, they don't charge for resolution. It's just part of the packaging. Like I have the I think I got the basic plan, what StreamYard called it. It's the middle tier plan. So for $25 a month, I pay for 720p. I get to stream the 4 different platforms at the same time, and it has some other features included. And then they have, I think, their Pro plan, which is like $50 a month, which includes 1080p and some other stuff that they have included with that plan. I'm just like, it's not worth it for me to pay that extra money to stream at 1080p. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can only record up to I think with yours up to 8 hours. It's unlimited with the Pro. That's what I have with them and everything like that. But they're also the streaming sponsor, so I don't really pay for it. So he's
doing it correctly, no doubt.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Excuse me.
So yeah, but if you guys are trying to figure out what platform to use to live stream, I would highly recommend checking out StreamYard. I actually have a link in the description of this live stream if you guys want to check it out. You can try it out completely for free. You don't have to pay. You can try it out for free, and if you like it, then you can upgrade to the one of the paid tiers and move out. But check the link in my description if you want to try it out. Because I technically I don't really talk about this much, but I am a StreamYard partner, so there's an affiliate link in the description. So check it out.
Easy to use. Pick a camera, pick a microphone, away you go, and you can actually do multiple cameras like we're doing. Yeah.
And you guys know what happened to me 2 days ago. I was live streaming and my power went out. The power in the neighborhood went out, but the stream did not because the stream is done on the server. So even if you lose power, your StreamYard stream is still going on until you can get back to it. So that's a cool feature too.
There you go. And you run through your laptop, so you probably switch over to battery like instantly, right?
I switch over to the iPad instantly.
Okay, there you go. But because
you can now host the stream from a mobile device on StreamYard as well. See, there's some definitely advantages to rocking with StreamYard. So
yeah,
everyone. So I don't know how much you want to talk about it, or if you want to talk about it at all, but I gotta ask because I've been seeing things on Twitter that you've been mentioning. You've been hitting at something about a life change coming soon for you as far as your content. I don't know if you want to talk about it or if you can, but can we get a hint about what's going on with you? What's going on with you?
I've decided to become a potato. I'm just kidding. Here's the truth. So March of 2019, I left my employer. A very well-paying position I had was actually in the cell phone accessory industry. I left for basically mental health reasons, and we won't get too much into that. But since then, I've been trying to make this and everything kind of into a full-time gig. After the first year, COVID hit. And towards the end of 2019, COVID hit there, and obviously in January thing. But other opportunities have come to me. So I do video editing for 4 other channels. It was 5, now it's 4. It seems to fluctuate. I also do voiceover work, so I've also picked up work doing that. And then of course, trying to kind of do Zach Talks Tech as a full-time thing, or YouTube if you want to call it that, across the different platforms. Hasn't worked out the way I wanted to. So I'm heading back to regular 9 to 5, probably around September 7th. I haven't been given, I haven't signed off everything like that, but they've given me a verbal. And that's basically it. I'm excited about it, but I'm kind of upset at myself because I didn't really make it. But, it is what it is. Maybe it's just not my time. So,
hey man, it's not that you didn't make it. It's just that it's just not the time yet. But you never know. Your time might come later on.
Yeah, I've seen other people. I mean, we've seen other people make it, and they make it into a full-time thing, and I'm really happy for them. But I've had, not to make excuses, but there's been health setbacks and different things, and but like I said, I've found work doing the editing and the voiceover work with other people. So I've made ends meet, and I'm going to keep on doing that as a side hustle. I'm going to continue doing this as a side hustle. Nothing's going to change with the channel. So
nice.
Yeah.
Annette and Viper, do you have the M1 MacBook? I do not. I have an M1 iPad Pro, but I do not have the M1 MacBook. I do not. Again, it's one of those things where when Apple announced them initially, I'm like, my 16-inch MacBook Pro from 2019 does everything I needed to do. Mm-hmm. And I knew there would be growing pain for the M1 anyway, so I don't want to take those chances because this is my workflow right here. I cannot be messing with my workflow. So, and it's kind of funny that you asked that, Annette, because Renee Ritchie, who gets all the new stuff and tests all the new Apple stuff, still using the same laptop I use even today. He uses the 16-inch 2019 MacBook Pro to do all his work because, again, if nice as the M1 MacBooks are, there are some things that aren't up to snuff even now. So I have no desire to go out and get an M1 MacBook Pro yet because my 16-inch 2019 is doing a job. So that's how I feel about that.
I got 2017 here MacBook Pro, and it's, like you said, doing the job and everything, but I've actually got my eyes on the M1, whatever the next generation is, Mac Mini, because I'm just not traveling anymore. And this new job actually will have me working from home. So nothing really changes for me.
Oh, Zach, it looks like somebody might want to commission you for a job, man.
So hit me up on Twitter or email business@zachtalks.tech.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So yeah, I'm pretty sure your new endeavor will work out great for you. I wish you nothing but the best, man. I'm sure you'll do what it do.
I'm just not gonna be on Twitter as much during the day. They're very much aware of this, and it was a huge concern for them. And I'm like, listen, for me to transition back, it's not a problem because my days have been filled with editing and voiceover work, and tweeting here and there if I need to. But I've purposely tried to reduce some of my time on Twitter and things like that because it can be, as you know, a roller coaster.
I mean, we were just talking about the drama with the Pixel 5a before at the top of the stream. So Twitter is definitely an interesting place sometimes. Yeah. Speaking of Twitter and placements and troublemaker, we got Tech Odyssey Adam out here. What's up, bro? How you doing? Troublemaker. Just playing. But hopefully you're doing well, sir. Appreciate you dropping in. Also, Kedrick and James. What's up, James? How you doing? What's going on? So I'm not going to get into too much details right now because it's not official yet. But I'm also about to undergo a life change at some point soon. Hopefully we'll get some official word on it this week. I'm hoping, but once I know more and once things get ironed out, I will definitely let you know. Let you guys know what's going on. So
are you hosting more things than Vid Summit?
No, at least not now. But that's the only hosting gig that I know that I have right now, and hopefully I'm hoping they don't cancel. I don't think they're going to cancel, but now with VidCon being canceled.
Here's the thing.
I'm a little worried about now too much.
Yeah, they being the U.S. government, they just announced, I think it was last week or something like that, saying that because we opened up our border here for U.S. residents to come up as long as you're vaccinated and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But the U.S. hasn't, reciprocated.
I'm mad, man. Like, come on, U.S. open up. I want to see some of my Canadian friends visit them. Damn it, come on,
yeah.
US.
So I can't even go down. Like, I don't know how long that's going to go on for. Now, full disclosure, I haven't bought a ticket because. And I did get emailed the other day about volunteering, but I just got back to them saying, nothing's like the board. It's still closed. Like I can't go down there for non-essential and everything like that, right? So yeah, I hope it doesn't get canceled, man. It's a good thing. I just, I mean, things are wonky right now with that thing, right? So
I don't think it is because what people don't understand is that VidCon is a large event. It is massive in scale. VidSummit by comparison is much smaller. It's not as big in scale as VidCon. I think the maximum personal capacity for VidSummit is 1,500. So when you think about the scale of VidCon compared to the scale of VidSummit is just not that large. It's a more small, intimate conference. It's being held inside of a hotel. So the only thing that could be affected, the only thing that's going to affect VidSummit is that there probably will. I think there already is a mask mandate for indoor activity. So you obviously, if you're indoors, you have to wear a mask. I think that's pretty much everywhere now at this point. But other than that, I don't see anything else affecting VidSummit other than that. So I think it's going to go on as planned because Daryl definitely not cancel it. Right now, I think we're too close to the date anyway. We're like 35 days away, so we're not canceling it that close. And that lineup that he put together to this year is just ridiculous.
Woo. Yeah, it's last week of September going into October, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you're about a month away.
Yeah, so I think we're pretty much past the point of return of canceling it, and plus that lineup. I don't think he's messing with that lineup, but that lineup is still coming. It's still going to be a Vid Summit. So
it's a good lineup. It's really good. Yeah.
And I told y'all, regardless if we get canceled, I'm still going to LA. I'm on the plane. I'm gone.
He's on the plane because he needs to get his in and out. He needs to get his in and out.
That's right. I'm going to LA. I'm going to the West Coast. Give me some LA sun. Give me some in and
while
out.
You're in LA, you can go to Five Guys for better fries.
Stop it! You don't even come over here and cause that trouble. What's wrong with you? Get out of here.
Come on, man. We know it's true.
You know, y'all think the fry war is bad. I'm getting ready to start another war on Twitter this week, or I might even start today. I don't know. But we're going to be talking about some mayonnaise at some point, because I got to let y'all know what the best mayonnaise is. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of opinions about that, too. I won't get into it tonight, but it's coming. The mayonnaise wars of 2021 are coming as well, y'all. Gonna look out.
My man Genosis in the chat here agrees with me. My fellow Canadian.
Genosis is usually cool, but when he says stuff like yesterday, no, Genosis, absolutely not. Stop it. Just stop it. Oh, man. So, I've been asking people that come on here, what tech are they looking forward to most for the rest of the year? Because this is a weird year for tech. There's a lot of it coming, but as far as smartphones go, most of the updates are iterative. There's no major smartphone update coming this year, as far as I know. So, I guess smartphones or not smartphones, what tech are you looking forward to most this year for the rest of the year?
Well, I guess I'll tell you what I'm planning on getting for myself, because of what I'm looking forward to. So I am planning on getting either probably the Pixel 6 Pro. Most likely, I'll go for the big one because that has the most cams and everything like that. I'm definitely looking forward to getting that, and whether it's sent to me or not, I'm going to be getting it. I'll be swapping my S21 Plus out for that. I'm looking forward to seeing as far as second of all, I'm looking forward to seeing what Samsung does. Hopefully with an S21 FE. Like I said, last year was a good market disruptor. Kind of came out of nowhere, that whole BTS thing, all the colors and everything, and with a great price point. So, and like I said, this is kind of a preview. I swear to God, this is a preview. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping, like, we haven't seen any of the rumors or anything, but I'm hoping that Apple does have a next generation M1 Mac Mini, because I want to replace my MacBook. So I'm looking forward to that. And that's really it. Like, I want to, like I said, FE, hopefully FE, the 6 Pro, Mac Mini, M1X, whatever they call it. And that's kind of it. And of course, I'm sure that we'll see some other surprises along the way. So,
yeah, okay, nice, man.
It's a shame about the Note.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, shame.
So yeah, unfortunately, there will be no Galaxy Note device this year. Now, apparently, they're coming back next year, I guess. But this year, there no Note device. But Zach, it is of my opinion that Samsung should get rid of the S line and replace the S line with the Note line, and then have the foldables do their own thing in the fall, if that's the way they want to do it. But we don't need the S line, Zach. What are your thoughts?
I mean, everything is. I mean, Galaxy S is just kind of synonymous with the highest quality that they have, right?
Galaxy Note was
okay, that particular model. But like, for example, Galaxy, so this right here, Galaxy S21, right? Because that was at the start of the year, right? 21 Plus, that's the Plus, and then Ultra, right? And then the Note is officially Galaxy S Note, right? So you're saying get rid of the entire S line and just call it Note?
Yeah, get it out of there.
I don't know about that.
You don't need it.
I don't know if there's enough. See, it's hard to, like, I don't know if there's been enough outrage to get rid of the Note altogether. I mean, I know there's different conversation or everything like that. I think there's still a market for it and everything, but because I don't know how many of these Note people are going to go over to the foldable thing. It's cool that this year's Note can use, or this year's Fold can use the stylus. Only when it's open, though. So there are some caveats there.
Right.
Obviously, you don't have a silo for it. You have to get a case to put the thing in. So there's some little. I don't know what their plan is. I really hope the Note's not gone, though, because the Note has always been like the best that Samsung's had all year, and then, we're not seeing it this year.
Genosis, man, I felt the pain since they brought TJ Moon up there, whatever the hell his name is. That's right. Bring back DJ. Free my man DJ. Bring him back. I agree.
I like him. Yeah.
DJ is the man. DJ is the man. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Something. Shout out some of these chats we got going on here. Retail the tech needs to agree with you. Actually, me too. I'm looking forward to the Pixel 6 Pro myself, because I think that's the device that's going to be the most exciting one out of the rest of the smartphones this year. Because we know iPhone's going to be an iterative update. Obviously, the foldables aren't that big of a deal in my eyes. I have the Fold 2 and the Fold 3. Actually, not much different. So, yeah.
whatever the iPhone is this year, the regular, not the Max. I'll be getting the regular one. Like this, like you can't see it, but this camera, this is 11 Pro
when you
Max.
say regular one, do you mean the regular one as in regular or regular Pro? Because
regular Pro. Sorry, regular Pro. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's the one I'm getting.
I want the Max cameras, and I know that between if they do it the same as last year, there'll be a little bit of difference between like
not enough.
the regular Pro and the Max, but not enough. But I didn't upgrade last year because there wasn't enough differences and everything. But now I want to upgrade. So yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how much of me you've been paying attention to over the past like a month or so, but I got my hands on an iPhone 12 mini about a couple of months ago, and it had completely changed my outlook on larger phones. Now I want a smaller iPhone. I can't go with the mini full time because it's just too small.
Yeah.
But now I want an iPhone 13 Pro or 13 this year. I don't want a Pro Max because I like the smaller form factor. So that's
do you think they'll call it 13? I think they'll call it 12S. I don't think they're
going to
call it 13.
There's a lot of talk about them because apparently 13 is a superstitious number, and Apple
it is for most people in North America.
Oh my!
But
just call the 13. The 12 inches sounds ridiculous. You call the 13 and be over. We called iOS 13. So why can't we call the iPhone 13? Come on now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yep.
Alan Mobley, I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. How you been, man? What's up, man? What's going on, Alan?
He is.
What's up? Also, my head of security is in the building. El Jefe Review, who joined me here the other night. So shout out to my man El Jefe. Appreciate it.
Did he hit 60K yet? He was pretty darn close.
He's close, man. He hasn't hit it yet, but probably tonight or tomorrow he's going to be hitting it.
Nice.
Yeah, El Jefe. Actually, let me give you an early congratulations, Jefe, because you're going to hit it tonight or tomorrow. So congratulations on hitting that 60K. Well deserved. One of the hardest working content creators out there. Some of the most comprehensive headphone and earbud reviews out there in the game. Again, if you guys are interested in headphones and earbuds, definitely check out my man El Jefe Reviews. You will not regret it. That dude's legit. Mm-hmm. Also, look at this dude sneaking in late, but still great. Technically, T. What's up, bro? How you doing?
There he is.
We finally have a date to stream next week. I'm so excited. He will be here Wednesday night with Tech King Mike. So they're both coming on Wednesday night. So that's going to be a hell of a stream.
There you go.
Nice. Yes. Wednesday night, we are doing it big out here. No doubt. But yeah, going back to the Pixel 6 Pro, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Mm-hmm. That and the colors that we've seen so far too. I like the colors that they got going on. So yeah.
I like the I think there was a white one in the Pro. I can't remember the
colors, but I think it's like a white and black one, like the Panda one they had at the Poor last
Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper color.
I'm okay. I'll take Stormtrooper. Give it to you. I like it. Oh, T said he's 100% healthy. Okay, that's what's up, man. I'm glad you got to 100, baby. I'm glad you got to 100. Actually, I was asking about the drama with the Pixel 5a because I saw T tweet earlier today or 18 hours ago or whatever about how some people were coming at his neck for a comment. What if some comment he might have made? Apparently, like I said, I missed everything, so I don't know why people were coming at him, but yeah. Sometimes the tech community can be a little bit overzealous about their feelings about smartphones and tech and crap.
I'm happy to say that like all the people that I followed interact with were pretty good, right? But there was I went into some threads like people I don't follow, they don't follow me, and I'm just like, what? Like what? What's what? Like why you what? Calm down.
I don't know.
Calm down.
Got Jonathan Rash. Jonathan, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you dropping in. Also, shout out to my man Khalil for the $4.99 super chat. Since I disagree, Viper, I think there should also be the S3 for normal people who still want the best Samsung got to offer. But the Galaxy Note is what the best Samsung got to offer. That's the weird thing about this whole fold lineup. It folds, yes, but it doesn't even come with the best technology that Samsung has to offer, which is just, you pay the most money for it, but you get last year's cameras. Like, what? Yeah. What is that?
I've been focusing mostly on my content, like the mid-range market, because it more or less mirrors, like, for myself personally and everything like that, and it just seems to make more sense. Like, how do I rephrase this? The majority of people that are going into like the Verizons and the AT&Ts and everything, they're looking to sign a tab or what do you want to call it, contract, whatever agreement for 1-2 years, and hopefully get a device for free or pay very little for it. Now, obviously, people that know they want the high end stuff, they'll go for that, right? They'll dish out the money. But I mean, as an example, so last year Samsung sent me the Note. They sent me the Note. What did they send? They didn't send me the Notes. They sent me the Ultra from last year, the one, the bronze colored one.
Note 20 Ultra.
Yeah, they said they sent that to me, and then they also sent me the S20 FE, right? And I actually had more fun with the FE because it's not that there's anything wrong with the Ultra or anything like that. It was just I was just amazed at for that price point everything that was packed in there and how good it was, and like in terms of picture quality and taptics. and the battery was phenomenal. It was like day and a half and everything. So it's the mid range market is like it's just a couple of years ago mid ranges were good. Now they're really really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
You do not need a top tier phone anymore. The mid range game has been killing it for the past few years, but this year especially, you had the TCL 20 series out there. You had the Samsung A series out there. You got the Pixel 5a now out there, and the 4a is still out there as well. Hell, you got the iPhone SE 2020 out there for $400 if you want it. Yep. Or if you wait a month, the iPhone 12 mini will be dropping down in price probably if they don't discontinue it. Actually, they might discontinue it, but if they don't discontinue it, it'll still be out there for about $400. So, or $500 or whatever. So there's a lot of competition in the mid-range game, and you don't have to pay top dollar for our awesome phone anymore. Those days are over with.
I'm hoping that we see more and more because with LG unfortunately bowing out, and it's been a long time since I've used an LG device or anything. I did make several requests, but nothing. I mean, they made really good devices and everything like that, but unfortunately, just weren't even cracking the market even at 2%.
Yeah, I used to clown on LG a little bit, but they definitely made awesome devices. And the other thing about LG, which I talked about a few days ago in the stream, is that a lot of the smartphone features that you take for granted today, they came first on LG devices. The ultra wide angle camera was first on an LG device. And a couple other things that were first on an LG device are now standard on your normal smartphones today. So we can't completely discredit LG and their contribution to the smartphone game because they have been felt throughout the entire industry.
I could see them coming back.
Yeah, somebody asked me a day or two ago, did I think they were going to come back? I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but I can see it. I mean, they have the resources. They make their own stuff. They have the ability to come back and everything. But it's good to see that the majority of their teams and whatnot were all distributed into their the TV divisions and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the LG just have bigger priorities though. Like that. Their TV line is like their moneymaker.
Yeah,
and then they sell Washington drives and all the other stuff. It's not that LG is not making money, y'all. LG is a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate globally. They have money. It's just that mobile. They don't care that much about mobile, so they dialed out.
Samsung's very much the same way. I mean, they do more than just obviously the TVs, DVD players, Blu-ray, washers, dryers. Actually, half of my appliances upstairs are all Samsung. So,
Annette, to answer your question, they will drop the price of the 12 Pro Max if they don't discontinue it. Apple's a little weird sometimes. Sometimes they discontinue the current line when a new line comes out, or sometimes they drop the price by $100 when the new line comes out. So it just depends on whether or not they continue to still sell the 12 Pro Max. If they still sell it after the announcement, then it'll drop it down. They'll drop it down.
If they follow the pattern that they did last year, like for example, you can look at the 11 series on their website, but you can't get any of the Pros. So if they follow that, the 12 Pros will be gone from the website, and just the regular 12s will be on there, which means you'll have to go to a carrier and buy it. The pricing will be the same. It's just that it might be. Do you guys still do locked devices in the United States, or are they all unlocked automatically? Are your devices locked to the carrier? Do you know? Most
of them are still locked to the carrier.
Okay. Yeah. Here in Canada, all devices are always unlocked. Doesn't matter what carrier they come from. Yeah. So it was something for her to think about there. If she wants to get the Pro, they might just disappear, and the 12s might just remain there. But they still should be accessible through a store.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about the Pixel 5a. You can only buy it from Google. It's not available in any carrier store, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, so I went to Google, like store.google.com, which then redirects to the Canadian one, and it's not even on there. It's not even listed. And when I went to the U.S. Google website because I thought about bringing it in here, when I put in like my shipping address, like you can't pick Canada at all. So the only way for me to get a 5A is if Google sends me one, or or if I pay a U.S. friend to ship it up to me. Yeah.
So Jonathan, back my thoughts on the Motorola Series Edge. I haven't really looked too much into it. I mean, if you talk about the announcement that they made the other day with Marquez and them talking about it on Twitter, I mean, it looks like a decent device. I mean,
didn't Mr. Mobile do a video? Mr. Mobile do a video?
I think he did. I'm not sure. I think he did. It's so crazy to me because Motorola used to be like a mainstream player in the smartphone game, but then they just fell off hard. I talked to y'all the other day about how I had the Motorola Droid X back in the day, and that was awesome. That was at the height of the iOS versus the Android war. Droid. Yes, those commercials were the best. That was Motorola at their height. I don't know why they fell off so hard, but when they were back at the peak of their power, Motorola was it. Love Motorola, man.
I did Motorola two-way radio training in Schaumburg, close to where you are, a long time ago, about 10 years ago or so.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Beautiful town.
Yeah, Khalil, I'm glad you brought this up because Viper does not like curved displays. I'm tired of them. Zach, what are your thoughts on curved displays, sir?
I prefer a flat display, but you know what? I'll do a curved only with certain manufacturers that know what they're doing. Like Samsung knows what they're doing. The 11 Pro Max has a bit of a curve. They know what they're doing. There's some manufacturers, Huawei, that just shouldn't be doing curved. Sorry, my throat.
Y'all know what's coming, right? Y'all know what's coming. Get ready in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shot fired! Shot fired on the podcast!
oh yes, shot fired! Woo! Love it. We love it here. We love it.
I like Huawei, but some of their curved screens have just been terrible. So,
yeah. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes. Yo, Buzz, what's up, man? How you doing, sir? I appreciate you coming by. What's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, but the whole curved display, I'm over it. They're not practical. They're there for aesthetics, and I don't care about the aesthetics. Just give me my flat display. Thank you very much.
What do you think about some of the changes that Twitter's been doing lately? It seems like spaces are more secure or more stable. It seems like they are.
Yeah, spaces are definitely more stable, so that's good. You can now add co-hosts, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I don't like the little color display changing layout theme they got going on. I don't really like that.
Like they changed like the font and everything like a week ago or something like that. And
they change the colors and change it back.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool the features are bringing in. I guess you'll be able to monetize your spaces soon, or I guess you can. I guess you can apply for it now.
Yeah, they have ticketed spaces. As long as you have like 10,000 followers, I think you could apply for ticketed spaces. Yeah. Also, depending on how many followers you have, you can apply for a super follow, which I'm not even touching that because that's craziness. But it's out there. But it is cool that Twitter and other platforms like Twitter are trying to create monetization opportunity for creators.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like I saw something on Twitter today about how the Met Gala. Now I'm not really familiar with the Met Gala and what it's about, but I know that big time A-listers like get invited there every year. And somebody had a complaint about who they're inviting to the Met Gala this year, and it basically influenced. And they're like, "Who are these people? Why they're on the list for the Met Gala?" And I'm just like, listen, the creator economy and the rise of the creator is not a game. It's not a game. Like a lot of brands are starting to recognize creators and starting to hire creators. Mm-hmm. So I love the fact that there's a lot of people out there that still have this antiquated way of thinking that creators aren't real celebrities or creators aren't worth their time and money, blah, blah, blah. Please continue to think that way because that means that leaves more money for me and Zach to make it the creator economy, okay? So you stay with your A-list celebrity 9-to-5 lives. You do that and let me and Zach make the creator economy money, okay? Thank you very much.
Or your Gal Gadot that tweets saying, "I love my Huawei" from iPhone. Remember Marquez called her on that? And then she blocked him?
Blocked him.
Let me ask you this. I don't want to say the name of the thing, but there's a website where you go and you pay for access to a certain type of creator. We'll call them of. Okay, OF. Okay. I don't know because I don't want to get you in trouble. Okay, so you build yourself on the backs of certain types of workers.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep.
And then you say you want to switch to this and that, and then one of the payment processors actually came out. MasterCard came out saying we didn't ask for this. Now whether that's true or not, I don't know. But it just seems kind of insulting and everything. And of course, you should diversify yourself. But I mean, one of the examples that I guess one of their investors or somebody said, said, which is, we want to be more like, where you can go watch like this person like do baking or like homemakers and this and that. Can you imagine? Just so you and I, it's a month from now. We're in Los Angeles. I go up to so and so. Hey, check out my OnlyFans. All right. What are they going to think? What are they going to think when I said the word?
Exactly. Exactly, Zach. You hit the nail right on the head because that is the problem that they're going to have with this transition. Nobody is going to OnlyFans to watch cake baking, okay? You're not going to OnlyFans to watch cake baking.
I mean, you're going for cake, but not cake, you know what I mean, right? You go, clip this, put it on Twitter, man, please, and tag them. But anyway, I mean,
seriously.
Yeah.
It's so disingenuous what they're doing. I mean, I get it because they want to be more appealing to investors. But here's the thing: perception is reality, and the perception of OnlyFans is and will always be what it is.
The
no
workers,
what you do, what it is.
Those special work. Yeah, exactly. It's like, why didn't you take your existing infrastructure and the way it works and launch something completely new and take some of those people that are maybe you're on there that don't do that kind of risque type of stuff and do you know what I mean? Like, have you help them bring them over and then get the word out, You know, that's like saying, come over and watch this latest Viper video on PH. There's nobody's like, come on, right? Like,
no.
Right?
It's not happening.
The hub is meant, you know, yeah.
Yeah, accountant.
Yeah. Those accountants.
Shout out to my man Renee Ritchie coming in with the 25 Canadian. Appreciate you, Renee. Woo. Hopefully you're having a good evening, sir. Thank you for dropping by. Love you. Renee's been crushing it as usual, doing his thing. Appreciate you.
He's awesome, man.
Renee is awesome.
Just crazy.
But I completely agree with you. Perception, they will never get rid of the perception that they have, and making any changes will not get rid of that, no matter how hard they try. It's a done deal. The problem is that this change is going to lose the money because the people that built that platform are going to go other places.
So Edward Snowden, I mean, you can say what you want about him, but he basically retweeted their statement saying, you know, Bitcoin will fix this. And that's they could have done that. They could have gone with cryptocurrency, and there's plenty of websites that do, and then you convert that and away you go, right? So there's ways around this. So there's something else behind this. And like I said, MasterCard came out with a statement saying, no, we didn't push this. So, and of course, everybody else has kind of been quiet and everything like that. So I don't know. But as an example, the Hub last year, they cleared out a bunch of stuff on their website and went with quote unquote verified and this and that because of certain content that was on there. And again, they were getting pressure from the financial institution. So I don't know what the answer is, but I mean, you nailed it, dude. Like when people say OnlyFans, they're not going to think of, going watch Grandma June cook a cake. You know, like, come on,
not at
man.
all. No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Like you just eloquently stated, you might go to OnlyFans for cake, but not the cake that they think you want to go for.
I'm going there for biscuits and whatever.
Yeah, no. It's ridiculous.
Next subject.
And it's not fair to the people up the accountants that built that platform. It's not fair to them either. It's kind of ridiculous. And the other thing, that type of work is not going to go away because OnlyFans changes their procedures.
Those people will go somewhere else. They're going to go somewhere else.
Work has been around since the dawn of humankind. It's not going away ever. And it is a foundation of human behavior. It's not going away.
There's another website with a similar name. I'm not going to say it because I think we said the right names a couple times here. But plenty of people have already started going over, and they've told people that we only take 90% as opposed to 80%. Like you get an 80% cut there at OnlyFans. This other website apparently it's 100 or 90. I guess they're much smaller. But I mean, you're going to see a bunch of people move. And this goes back to what Roberto Blake has always talked about, which is diversify your content, right? So have different ways.
Yeah. Roberto Blake has said repeatedly that you should not have all your eggs in one platform basket because when stuff like this happens, then you're left out in the cold because you didn't diversify.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
They got till October, so it should be interesting to see who rises up. Right.
I mean, we're pretty much in September now, so they don't have long. They don't have long, unfortunately.
Well, OnlyFans blew up mostly because of the pandemic, because you have people at home, and hey, if that's cool, do your thing, right? Like, there's no judgment here. Get your bag, right?
Yeah.
But now that if they're going to be leaving all these people out to dry, somebody else is going to rise up. So,
oh, absolutely. I mean, platforms rise and platforms fall, man. That's the way. Again, that's how empires and human things work. That's how the world works. Whew, wow. Usually I try to keep these to an hour, but I'm having fun here. So I'm gonna have to take this one in overtime.
I'm good, man. Let's give her.
Let's go. Okay.
Go.
What else is going on out there in the world?
Did we talk about 4K 60 yet? Yeah, we did.
We already touched that. Okay, so let's get a little controversial here. I usually like to avoid it, but there's no avoiding it anymore because it's just all over the place. So now we have the indoor mask mandate going out there because cases are starting to spike again mainly because you still have a lot of people that are unvaccinated out there running around and they're catching it because they're unvaccinated. Mm-hmm. So now you have organizations and companies that are starting to impose vaccination mandates if you want to work in office. Yeah. I'm curious, Zach, what are your thoughts on organizations and companies mandating that if you want to be in the office working, you have to be vaccinated? What are your thoughts?
Good. I support it. The town of Banff here was just west of me in the Rockies here. There's been a big story about how they have 4 or 5 workers that are probably going to have to let go because and these are city workers or town workers for the town of Banff. because they've had some of the biggest spikes out there. I'm all for it. If you're a private business and everything, I'm glad you believe in science. I'm all for it. We've all stayed locked down for however long. We've all followed the rules. I've followed the rules. I've seen plenty of my friends not follow the rules, and some of them get sick. I've seen some of them get really sick. I've seen family members go out and skip the queue to get vaccinated, but luckily they did get vaccinated and everything. And I'm sick and tired of sitting at home or being limited from doing things, or because a couple of yahoos decide not to wear a mask because of their freedom, and whatever, and whatever excuse they're using now. Here's something great. Apparently, the down in the United States here, I guess, is it FDA or whatever it is, or CDC, whatever, is going to make the vaccine like official, because right now it's quote unquote emergency use. So that's been the biggest excuse. It's only an emergency use. Okay, so thank you. I'm glad you got your information from your Facebook meme, but I mean, I'll trust the doctors and know what the heck they're talking about. But I can't wait to see the excuses now that's official. Well, now that they've experimented on enough people, shut up. Okay, take the jab. Let's go. Vaccines work. You've been vaccinated since day one. Hey, idiot. We've had vaccination records since we were born. You had to have measles and all that kind of stuff done before you could go to kindergarten, right? Get it done. I'm all for it, Vibe. I'm all for it.
Me too, man. Unfortunately, because we are so divided on this, we're not going to ever beat this pandemic. So we're going to have to learn how to live with it. And if that requires mandated vaccinations or vaccination cards or different things like that, then it is what it is. And I just find it interesting that you got, because the NFL implemented something similar, that they have a rule, that the rule in the NFL is that you don't have to get vaccinated. But if a team has a COVID outbreak, and if they have to like put players on the bench because obviously you can't play if you have COVID, if you can't field enough players to play an NFL game, that team forfeits that game. So now here's the cool thing. It's not a direct vaccination rule. It's not like you have to get vaccinated. However, if your team can't field enough players to take the field, then you forfeit the game, which means that indirectly, the NFL is now forcing these teams to reach that threshold of having most of their organization vaccinated because they want to have enough people to field a team to play these games. So now it's like, now you got tough choices to make. Either you get vaccinated or you face the potential of getting cut from some of these teams if you don't want to get vaccinated. So, I mean, here's the thing. I talked to Dr. Mike about this. You guys know I had a discussion with Dr. Mike a month ago.
That was free play. Yeah, that was good.
I support you guys' right not to get vaccinated. However, I also support the business's right to protect themselves at all costs and to protect the many. Because the thing that keeps getting lost in all of this is not people like, I don't want to get vaccinated because of this, or I don't want to get vaccinated for that. Listen, if you have pre-existing conditions that you don't want to get vaccinated because of that, I have no issue with that. But if you don't want to get vaccinated because of some crazy preconceived notion about vaccinations and things like that, it is not about you. It is about literally protecting the people around you and the people that you come in contact with. If you're going to like not get vaccinated and knowingly endanger the people that you come across and you are around, I can't rock with you on that. I can't do that. So I am glad that the NFL and now the government and other organizations and companies are now implementing these vaccination mandates, even if they're not hardcore, you must get vaccinated mandates. I am supportive, like Zach. I support them in their efforts to get as many people vaccinated as possible, whatever it takes.
There's a scene in Star Trek. I'm just saying. Spock said, logic clearly dictates that the needs of the many outweighed the needs of the few. Captain Kirk answers, or the one. This sets up a pivotal scene near the end of the film. In this case, Spock considered to save the lives of the shipmates and the ship and should sacrifice his own. So, yeah. Like I said, we've all done our time, and like you said, very good point. We're gonna be living with COVID. I think it's not gonna disappear. No, and especially with the cold weather coming, more people inside. We saw it happen last year, right? I mean, it's just a repeat, right? Yep. But if if it's gonna make it safer and reduce and this, then fine, great. We still have somewhat of a mask mandate here. I've been wearing masks still. Alberta out here where I live is very much like the Wild West. It's just, we're like Florida almost, where people just don't care and everything. But I'm all for businesses doing what they need to do, and I believe in science.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, like Mark just brought up, people are literally going out of their way to pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for fake vaccination cards instead of just taking a free vaccination. Like what?
These same people will go do this, but then they get upset with illegal immigrants that do the same thing. Hello, kettle black, whatever the saying is. You know what I mean?
Word.
I know words. You know, like, it's ironic. Like our friend Jonathan Morrison put it the best. He's like, if you really are patriotic and you love your country, then do what you need to do to, you know.
Yeah.
Put the damn mask on. Relax, okay? If a doctor can wear for an 8-hour shift, you can wear for 20 minutes while you're walking around Walgreens. Like, come on.
Seriously, why would you pay all the money to get a fake vaccination card when you can get the vaccination for free, dude? It's crazy.
I don't know.
Again, I'm not saying I understand that there are people that legitimately cannot get vaccinated for pre-existing conditions. I understand that. I have no problem with that.
I understand
a lot of people are anti-vaxxers and all this other anti-maskers and all that. No, I can't mess with that, man. Mm-hmm. We have a live pandemic going on, and we have suffered long enough as far as having these restrictions in place. We're not going to beat this thing, so we just got to do what we got to do to make sure it limits the least amount of people as possible. Mm-hmm. So that means you got to go out there and take a jab. You got to go out there and take the jab, bro. Or, and I've seen, I don't know how I feel about this, man, but I've seen some other people say that if you aren't vaccinated, you should be refused admission into the hospital if you get COVID. Now,
that's hard. That's harsh, but I kind of agree with it. It's like
right.
I mean, you had how many? We've seen the stories, right, Viper? Like where there was a nurse in Alabama. There was a story. It was on Twitter. I think it was through New York Times or maybe Washington Post or something like that. But anyway, she's like, she says in the story, I'm literally at the bedside. These people are gasping for air and they're asking for the vaccine. And obviously, it's too late. Like it's not a cure. The vaccine will not cure you. Will not stop you from getting it. The point of the vaccine is to keep you out of the hospital, okay? Because this is stretching our system thin, right? It's not meant to, and people say, well, there should be more money. That's healthcare is a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing up here. It's a whole different thing down there. So, I'm so tired of talking about it because if you don't get it by now, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say.
Okay, Mike, I completely understand that some people are scared, but dying of COVID is a lot scarier, bro. I'm just saying, like, and here's the thing. Again, the other thing is that it's not just about you as an individual. It's about you potentially transmitting the virus to other individuals. That's the thing that people just don't understand. Like, you can get the virus and then transmit it to other people in your family, your loved ones. It's bigger than just you as an individual. So we need to protect people.
And it's still going to be an issue because, like, for example, I think it's kids under 12 can't get the vaccine, I think is what it is. Right. Like my kids are 9 and 6. My daughter will be 7 in October. So there's a lot of rules going back into the school year. They're going to be starting school up here again in 2 weeks. So hand washing they're separated in the hallways and everything like that. So they're still going to be following that kind of things. Once they start school though, we can't be doing visits with the grandparents anymore until they've gone at least 2 weeks with no contact at school and everything. Right. So we're back into it again here. Yeah.
Craziness.
Yep.
Oh, I definitely gotta go check that out. Flossie Carter is live. He hasn't been live in almost a year.
He put out a tweet today saying something about going live, and I was like, "What?
Wow, he's live." All right.
Well, we better get to that. It was a good night, man.
Anything else you want to say before we depart tonight?
No, I appreciate you having me on, and I'm glad that we can all be, for the most part, civil on Twitter and stuff like that when we're discussing tech and everything. And I like disagreements. I like getting ramped up and everything, but when you take, like I said at the start of the show, you take it too far. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't even listen to anything else you have to say. I just close it off, put you on mute. By the way, the mute function.
Oh my God,
is the best part of Twitter. Yeah. Don't even block people. Just mute it so they can keep on talking instead of nowhere.
Yes, love the mute function. Love the when people try to raid my live streams. I've been trying to do lately. I can just hide them from the channel and be done with it. I love the function that we have, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Okay, so I have to ask you something because my coworker, he has a beard, not as long as yours, but he has a little beard, and he is constantly combing his beard like at least 4 or 5 times a day when we're at work. Yeah. So I gotta ask you, how many times a day do you comb your beard, sir?
Yes.
I love how you just said yes.
I live in such a dry environment. It's very like the weather up here is very dry. Out west here, it's kind of like Phoenix and everything. So and that's I have to put beard oil in it at least twice a day to keep her nice, and because right now it's real frizzy. Normally it's a little bit longer. So yes, I try to comb it as much as I can.
Wait, what y'all mean Flossie Carter shut it down? He's not live anymore? What the hell? Like, he just went live, he shut it down already. That's not.
I wonder if he was playing music again that he's not supposed to be playing. He got shut down one time doing that.
Oh no, yeah, he's live. What do you mean? What you talking about? He's live right now. He didn't shut anything down. He's still live. He got the cornrows. Got the cornrows over there. Okay.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't know why y'all say he shut it down. He's still out there. So,
You should grow a beard, man.
Oh no. I actually just cut my hair today. Luckily, I was getting leaning too much. I had to cut the hair. You know, Viper don't do hair.
I love the picture that you had like against the window. I think you took that with the Pixel, right? And
oh, you mean no, I took that with the I think I took that with the Fold too.
Oh, did you with the one that everybody's been memeing up?
Yeah.
You had a pretty good 5 o'clock shadow going there. You should keep that going.
Oh God, no, that makes me look old. No.
No. Okay, man. Okay.
No.
Just saying, the ladies like the they like
Viper,
a little scrub.
Viper like the clean look. The clean look or you bet.
Okay. You need to get on board with like Dollar Shave Club. Give them the sponsor you, man.
I mean, you know that I've had facial hair, but I wouldn't call it a beard. It doesn't grow enough to become a beard, but I've had facial hair. I do get facial hair when I mean,
this is pure quarantine. I've never. I don't normally have it this long, but my barber was like, keep it going. I'm like, all right, man.
I mean, you can at some point you can get the whole Santa Claus look going on, man.
That's what my kids said. They said to me, my son Brandon said to me, he's like, "Are you gonna play Santa Claus for Christmas?" I'm like, "I do every year. I do all the shopping." What are you talking about?
Like, where you been? Then you late, yo. Oh, speaking of your kids with Santa Claus, how's that PS5 treating you, sir?
PS5 is wonderful, especially now with this new gigabyte internet. We don't play a lot. We don't play a lot on there. I was playing Knockout City for a while. That was fun. The dodgeball thing. But we mostly play Fortnite. I play something called Zombie Army. That's kind of cool. I'm looking there's a Hot Wheels game. A game based on Hot Wheels that's supposed to come out in September. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think right now PlayStation's having a big sale on a bunch of stuff. But we kind of stick to just, like I said, 4 or 5 titles. So that's good.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. My PlayStation 5 mini worked, but every now and then when I don't play it for like a day or two or whatever, when I go back to playing it gets some type of repair storage thing going on. So I have to repair storage.
Are you leaving it in standby or are you actually shutting it down?
Oh no, I leave it in rest mode.
Do yourself a favor. Start turning it off. Forget the rest mode. The difference in time for boot up and everything is about 3 seconds. Seriously, dude. You'll do yourself a huge favor. Now, yes, if you turn it on and there's updates and everything, you obviously have to wait for that, but you'll stop having those errors. Just turn it off. There's a I don't know what the exact problem is. Our buddy Review Tech USA, Rich, did a series of videos about it, about how there's a potential issue with using rest mode and it doesn't boot up properly.
Supposedly they fixed these issues a while ago, though.
Yeah. When I started watching these videos, I just went with the whole shutdown thing. I can be patient when I turn it on for something to download. I'll just look at Twitter for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Don
doubt.
Clovis says, my beard's still not pink. So I was supposed to dye my beard pink for my community and everything. And I have the stuff, dude, but here's the thing, like I'm supposed to start this new 9 to 5 thing. Now, yes, it's mostly a phone internet emailing thing. I'm not usually face to face, but I'm supposed to have like regular morning calls like Skype or whatever or Zoom calls. And if I show up on the first day with a bright pink beard, they may question because I haven't had any actually face to face.
He's not here to. He's not having none of it. He's like that's the cutest thing. No.
I'm sorry, Don. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't want to get too much into your biz, but this regular 9 to 5 thing, it has something to do with what you were doing before. It's something completely different.
It's account management. That's it. That's all I can really say. It's not related to any industry I've ever worked in before. But it's people. It's talking to people. It's account management. It's what I'm used to. Product comes second because if you can develop a relationship with people, then the products and the pricing come second. So
no doubt.
Yep.
Well, on that note, we will let that get back to the evening. Appreciate you guys rocking out with me and thank you. You know me, I'll be back here tomorrow night because tomorrow night is beta day 23, and your boy got another 9 nights to go, so we're doing it big, baby.
You'll make it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're right at the finish line now.
The first week is like, and then once you get there, it's all downhill after this. After you hit day 15, it's all downhill.
Oh yeah. That's the marker. Day 15 is literally the marker.
I remember when I did it. When I hit that 15th, 14th day, and I'm like, all right, let's go. And like it's just the gas never let up. It was good. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
I will see you guys tomorrow. For those of y'all that super chatted, thank you for super chatting. Always appreciate it. Hopefully you all have a good Sunday, and I will be back. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back.